What's good, YouTube? It's Ball 2 with in a bit back with another banger. Today we're gonna be reacting to Karen drags Kai Cenat into streaming drama. Now, if I'm keeping it a buck, bro, it don't matter what Kai Cenat does, he's always gonna get hate. But again, that's what comes with it when you're a big streamer, though. Like, you're gonna get hate. You're gonna have somebody just put some bullshit on you because you're the most popular streamer. You're the hottest person out right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just gonna bring a lot of shit. Yeah, you wanna have a lot of supporters, but you're also gonna have a lot of haters, bro. And that's just a part of the game, bro. That's what it is. That's how it is. But with that being said, let's get straight into the video, y'all. Let's do this.
What's poppin', y'all? Kai Cenat has been on a well-deserved break after his Mafia-thon 3. And man, a huge marathon. He went on vacation. We saw a couple of clips of him in places like Spain. He's with his girlfriend. He's just enjoying his time after putting on one hell of a production, making history, and finishing out his series. So for him to get dragged into a drama that has nothing to do with him by one of the more,
I wonder what the drama is even about.
Favored streamers who is running her own award show, QTCinderella, I found it a bit odd. So this first
I don't think I've ever heard of
streaming awards. Now this is different from the awards where Speed just got. That's more of like an institutional award, which is newer. There's been a streaming award that's been hosted for at least 3+ years now by QTCinderella, who is a live streamer that is the girlfriend of another popular live streamer named Ludwig. She started this show to kind of give recognition to streamers. It's fan voted, like about 70% fan voted, and 30% of the vote is by them, which is like the committee, which is her and people that she knows that are involved. And they've scaled this award show to quite a decent level, and it's entertaining. I think they've done an excellent job, especially for coming back from like 2021 or so, I think is when it started. I'm just impressed with anybody that can put together events like this. Like her, I was about to say her husband. Her boyfriend's also a guy that puts on like really impressive events, despite the fact that, you know, I think he's less than a stellar guy, considering how he allowed some people to screw themselves over with that mango situation. That thing just rubbed me the wrong way. Regardless, a bunch of people had their own comments on QTCinderella's streaming awards, and one of the things was, yo, how is a person A, B, C, D not here? Insert whatever streamer you can name that is really popular and you would think they would be nominated for something.
Oh, so she's kind of on some hating shit. Oh, she's kind of on some hating shit. She's like on some, okay, so we got all these other streamers. He's on here, but they're not. They're just as popular. Like she's on some shit like that. Hey, man.
And she said, well, you know, this is fan voted, so maybe their fans just didn't vote for them. You know, you have to sign up with your Twitch account and vote. So, you know, say that. And a lot of people were talking about kick streamers in particular. And her reaction to this, you know, a little bit snobby, a little bit snarky. It's common for, well, she starts to, you know, try to break down.
I guess that's my take on it. I don't know. That's probably what it is. That's probably not what it is.
I'm so tired.
She just wanna.
My whole team.
I don't know.
Who had 24 hours to grab the clips.
Haters
did
on.
not
I don't know.
Like, oh my god, I'm not getting hate threads on Jason's community post. That's like his Twitter comment. Like, Jesus Christ, I'm so tired. I just want to play Dispatch so bad, and I haven't had any time because I'm working on this award show.
Listen, I don't know about y'all, but number one, this chick is crying with no tears, right? That's number one. Number two, she's what, 32 years old, 31, 32 years old, grown woman talking about, oh, I just want to play Dispatch. Hey, you're not 15. Like, what are you pouting about? Like, what the hell is going on? I just want to play my video game. You chose to do this. You could have stopped doing this. And number three, yo, white chicks crying is just, it almost just like elicits like a straight face. Like, come on, let's be real here. Like, when you rank tiers,
look, bro.
and the tier,
I'm not gonna lie. Before he get into this, we already know white girl tears, bro. That's like the tears that you cannot come. Those are the tears that has ruined some people's lives, especially black people. Those tears have ruined some black people's lives, bro. Them tears are some weapons. I'm not gonna lie.
Of tears and trustworthy, right? Like, well, one axis, x-axis, y-axis. White chicks gotta be on the lowest level of trustworthy when it comes to tears. Like, it's just almost, you just gotta disregard. Like, listen, I don't know. Like, if there's white chicks watching this, man, there ain't no white chicks that watch me. Let's keep it a buck. It just is what it is. I don't know how that happened, but just genetically, maybe I've got some defect, right? Like, I've got a couple of defects, but yeah, I just look at it and I just stare like, oh, Like, are you done? Are the tears? First of all, are the tears gonna?
They
come out?
overly
Done,
used it.
really, more
That
than are
shit's
you done?
patched.
But this other streamer responded and gave an interesting take. This guy Asian Andy, who's one of the OG IRL streamers too. He came from the Ice Poseidon universe, which was like CX. This is around 2016, 17. He did his thing. He had a couple of really impressive streams back in the day. Now people will be like, oh, that's not that cool. But at that time, people were like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, one of them was that he locked himself in a white padded room for 72 hours. He couldn't see the time, and he couldn't interact with anybody. So he couldn't read the chat or anything like that. And they could send media donations and text to speech to like mess with him. So this was this guy put himself through psychological torture.
I would
That's
not
just one
do
example
something
of the
like
streams.
that.
And he said, I have a hard time.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like people that are able to do those type of streams, bro. Because I know for me, bro, ain't no way I'm streaming 24 hours, 7 days a week, or 3 months, or 4 months straight, or I'm not. No. I can't do that, bro. I can't do it. I can't sleep having somebody watch me the whole time. I can't do that. And on top of that, I like to be comfortable. And if I'm not comfortable and people are watching me and shit, I just can't, bro. Like, I can't sleep with a whole camera on me and everything, bro. I might fuck around and, I'm about to go take a shower and shit, walk back in my room butt naked, bro. Like, I'm not going. Like, you feel me? Because my bathroom is right here connected to my room. If I want to go to the bathroom, I have my privacy in this area. You know what I'm saying? But then when I come back to my room and I need to grab some clothes, all of that extra shit. That's not, no. Or I forget the camera's on. I'm not, no. But let's see what Buddy said. I have a hard time feeling bad for her. She since the beginning is always on just about anyone for clout. She even farmed her best friend at the time, Kate Torino, when she cheated on her fake boyfriend. That was a blah. She really tweeted on her just to get likes, fake friend. So I was right. She was basically just doing this shit for clout then. She's probably just doing this shit for clout, just hating on some shit like that.
I'm feeling bad for her. She, since the beginning, has always ished on just about anyone for clout. She even farmed her best friend at the time, Caterino, when she cheated on her fake boyfriend that was a PDF. Now, I don't know about this PDF part, but this chick, Caterino, she disappeared off of the internet a little bit. The context here is that this girl was trying to, at the time, there was an industry on Twitch, which was very buddy-buddy. It was a little bit, like Ludwig was a part of it.
Yeah, she just wants some clout, y'all.
And a lot of it was centered around.
Like, she just wants some clout, bro.
That's the thing.
That's the thing, but Kai goes about it pretty well though. He don't entertain that shit. He just going on about his business. Sometimes it does get to him. He might say a couple of words, but other than that, bro, he's not really gonna reply on that shit because he's not about to waste his time giving y'all clout for no reason, bro. He's not doing that shit. Giving you clout for what? You're not. She probably is popular. I've never heard of her. I've never watched one of her streams, but she just wanted a little bit of buzz from Kai, and you know what I'm saying? Because that's the Kai effect, man. The Kai effect gets you a lot of buzz. If people didn't know you, people are gonna know you. They're gonna know you as the dude that beefed with Kai, and some people are gonna either side with you if they agree with your point, and some people are not gonna side with you. Most of them not gonna side with you depending on how much they fuck with Kai and if they see he's in the wrong. That's how it is.
This guy Austin, who used to run this Raj Patel show, like most of the streamers would interact here. This chick Caterino tries to come into the streaming world. She's like, okay, let me hop on this dating show. Let me network with these people. Let me meet them, which was the base for that stuff was in Austin, Texas. And she was leading several guys on at the time. So one of these guys was like, yo, I thought this chick was my girl, but here she is talking to this dude and this dude and this dude and this dude. And then she tried to blame it on her mental health or something, and they just ran her off the internet. She couldn't handle the heat.
Damn.
And QTCinderella was one of the people that kind of dunked on her. It made sense to dunk on her at the time because QTCinderella couldn't have benefited much from her. She literally tweeted shooting on her just to get likes. Fake friend. Also, she high roads and acts like she's not an edgy racist because she's hanging with PC streamers. But back in the day would laugh at all our edgy jokes. Me and Ms. Kiff would rip some crazy ish and she would laugh harder than anyone. Now she's saying she doesn't tolerate racism. Okay, lol. This is a fact. This chick came she was a gaming streamer first. She used to play like this game League of Legends, which if you're not a terrible
Yeah,
person,
back
that game
then.
would turn you into a terrible person. Like,
Yeah.
just about anything. Probably one of the
I've
most
heard
it's just,
a lot of
anybody
crazy
that I've
things
seen
about
that's
that
played
game.
that game or come out of that game. Well, they come out of that game, they, you know, that's when they heal. They go through their healing phase. It's like somebody went through puberty. But whilst they're playing that game, just look up clips. Look up clips associated with that game, and you'll see they lose their mind more than any other game. So yeah, and she also came into the game as kind of like not a mean girl where, oh, she's got her group of friends and they're being exclusionary, but a little bit like, I'm not like these other chicks, and I'm more abrasive and I'm more willing to be combative. And now she's trying to play the role of, oh, I'm not dainty, but I'm like softer than she has let on for the past 7-8 years. Like, this chick is quite ruthless, not in a negative way, but in a way that doesn't need defending from other people. But I do understand her frustration when you are hosting an event or putting something on, and it almost feels like no matter what you do, you are wrong. And that's a hard place to deal with. Anyway, her boyfriend comes out and says, every year I see firsthand how much time, effort, and passion QT devotes to the streamer awards.
Look.
And every year, she gets crapped on from every corner of the internet that feels they deserve more. Not really every corner of the internet. I would say in the past...
I wonder where does Kai come in on this? Like, where does Kai come in on this? Because we get it. Like, she's a hater. She wants some clout. You feel me? She's not a good friend. I know her boyfriend's gonna, like, just right here, her boyfriend's gonna sit here and defend her. Obviously, that's her boyfriend. Why would he not? They're both streamers. But where does Kai come in? Where does Kai come in? What does this have to do with Kai?
2 years, it's been every corner of the internet. Before that, it was just their little world where this all existed, and it was a lot of support for the first 2 years. I would know, I was there. I know it's not possible to please everyone, but if you're like me and inspired by the work she puts in and thinks it makes streaming a better space, don't be afraid to be more vocal about it. I can agree with this point. One thing that I think people that enjoy something or that support something that isn't controversial but gets a lot of negative feedback, they feel like they don't have to voice their support. They're like, oh, well, you know, I like it, that's enough, right? And that is enough, but you liking it, do not underestimate how much appreciation goes when it comes to somebody that's running something like this, for instance,
man.
right? Where, like, if somebody's a big fan of hers and they like this, and you just like the event and you DM her or you DM somebody and you're like, yo, I really like that event, you know, I know it took a lot of effort to put in, etc. Like, this will kind of sound corny, and I know it sounds like that, and these types of comments, like negative comments, are what get replied to, but I promise you, people appreciate this a lot more than you think, no matter how big they are, because they don't get recognition for it much, and maybe it doesn't do much for you, but it doesn't take away much from you either. And this goes for anything across the board. Like, if you really like a certain artist's album who may not be that popular, then you should really voice it and DM the person, talk about like, yo, this track reminded me of this, whatever. You have no idea how much that motivates that person to keep going. But you know, this chick is gigantic now with this event, so I wouldn't say it all the way applies to her. And then Mr. Beast replies and says, same problem with YouTube Rewind back in the day. Everyone thinks the creators
I remember YouTube Rewind. Oh my gosh, bro. Like, I used to watch YouTube Rewind. I remember the what's it called? Turn Down for What joint. Yo, I remember when that came out back then. Oh my gosh. Man, memories, bro. Taking me through memory lane, bro. I'm like, if you don't know, bro, back then, I used to, YouTube was my TV for real. Like, yeah, I watched TV back then, the Adventure Times, all that other shit, but YouTube was also my secondary TV. I was living on there. All the OG YouTubers. All of them.
Watch or what everyone watches. Truth is, online content is made up of hundreds of massive pockets of fandom. I don't think this is the case with streaming. I think there are probably maybe less than 24 pockets within streaming. And there used to be this graph that showed the different pockets of streaming with like big circles and where they intersect and the biggest ones. The largest creator in Mexico you might have never seen here as an American English viewer. This is true though. But to Spanish people... Oh my God, here we go with the Spanish people thing. This is such an American thing. But to Spanish speakers, right, or Mexican
Hispanics,
people, they see them 100 times a week and can't comprehend that they aren't theoretically the biggest. same applies to any bubble of games that you watch, the type of content you watch. And then Ludwig says, true, I find a 10 million subscriber channel every year and it's only getting bigger. Well, this is the thing. YouTube is like what, top 3, top 4 biggest, most visited platforms in the world globally. Twitch is not that. And then when you add Kick, it's not that. It's such a smaller pocket of people that watch streamers. But then QTCinderella decides to leverage this Kai Cenat clip and just pretty much retweets it. She just puts a dot to let her know that this is what she feels. And I'm gonna play you guys that clip right now.
It's gonna be fire. This is an idea. And I know how exciting it may be to certain people, but it's like, bro.
Hold on. My fault, y'all. I kind of like, I don't know, for this specific part, I didn't read this part of it. I kind of like was just staring at the picture. I kind of just like blanked. But Kai Cenat crashes down and says he's never doing Stream University again because of the amount of money he spent to give streamers an experience to get hated on.
It's gonna be fire.
Okay,
let's leverage this smaller pocket of people that watch streamers. But then QTCinderella decides to leverage this Kai Cenat clip and just pretty much retweets it. She just puts a dot to let her know that this is what she feels. And I'm gonna play you guys that clip right now.
It's gonna be fire. This is an idea. And I know how exciting it may be to certain people, but it's like, bro, you don't have to let this determine who you are as a creator.
Yeah. Man, Astro A50s, I used to want these bad.
I'm telling y'all. Damn, man! Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm never doing this again. I'm never doing this again. Cause now I'm mad. Cause it's like, no matter which direction I go, no matter which way I try to make sure a thing is good, I always get the bad end of the stick. My bank statements is ridiculous behind it. Nobody's paying a dime to be in. This is strictly for me to help. I'm finna crash out.
All right. I think this was dirty. Trying to pull Kai Cenat into this. Number one, Streamer University he invited so many smaller streamers. People were like, yo, he didn't invite non-streamers. If you were not a streamer ever, you did not consistently make content, what the hell were you going to do at Streamer University?
Nothing.
You're going to make everyone fall asleep. Be like, yo, how do I set up my IRL toolkit? How do I make sure my stream key is like in the right place? Oh, come on, let's be real here.
Yeah.
But there were so many streamers that were small that were invited. That is not the case with the streaming awards. It's more bigger streamers, and some people, like she said, it's fan voted. So if you can get a ton of fan votes, you've already got a big fan base. So that's where the difference lies, number one. Number two, and this is a very big deal, is Kai Cenat is never throwing his homie under the bus. Like, DDG was fresh off of allegations of putting hands on Halle Bailey, who is like in the Hollywood world, managed by Rock Nation, and he was like not having access to his
Oh my gosh, this demon. Oh my god. That innocent shit, they really had her. They had everybody thinking she was this innocent. I'm talking about, this girl was just super innocent because of the character she plays and everything along those lines. You feel me? Like she's a Disney princess, y'all. You know what I'm saying? She's a Disney princess. So, and then you're going up against Rock Nation, bro. Oh my god. Bro, and he still got invited to stream. You feel me? He got invited to Streaming University. People was watching his shit. He was probably the most viewed streamer during Streaming University. To be honest, it was entertaining because even I was watching it. For the 3 days that it was out, I was watching that shit, and it was actually entertaining. I'm not gonna cap, entertaining as hell. Had a couple of laughs, all types of shit. But for this Karen to be, dragging Kai into it, we get it. You're trying to relate. You feel like how he feels, but like, bro, it's gonna stir something up. It's gonna stir something up. That's what that's gonna do. It's gonna do something.
His name was in the mud for a little bit while that happened. And what did Kai Cenat do? And Kai Cenat had corporate sponsors for not for streaming awards, for Streamer University. He said, that's my man's. I know him. I know he didn't do any of that stuff. Obviously, they had to have this conversation prior. He said, I'm bringing him anyway. And he brought him there. You think QTCinderella is doing that? Man, come on, man. even her own boyfriend, his man's, did like a crazy move where, like, after being really, really, really drunk. And instead of saying, yo, you know what he did was wrong, but he was just so drunk, and, you know, I shouldn't have told him to keep drinking. I know how he gets, but, you know, guys, like, you know, you should know him. He doesn't have any bad intentions with that, etc. No, he threw him under the bus. He hit him upside the head with the shovel,
man.
kicked him into the ditch, and started burying him alive and invited everybody else, like, yo, you guys were already thinking about burying this guy alive? Come with me. I got you guys. So the fact
she's
that
one
she's
of
trying to bring
those.
Kai to this, nah, Kai's completely
They one of
different from y'all.
those. They
This
one of
is-
those. They one of those. Oh my gosh! Imagine if Kai Cenat did that shit to DDG though. Everybody was already hating on DDG because of those allegations, and then bam, Kai was like, "Oh yeah, we about to make it worse and do that, and really just mess him up even more." Cause I have a big platform. I can really mess up your life, Brody. No cap. I can really get you gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, but instead, like he said, he embraced them. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is also, like, if they moving like that, why are people even associating with them? And on top of that, like, again, this is what I was saying. Don't like them even bringing Kai Cenat's name into this is what's gonna stir up some issues. Cause now his name is tied to something that he has totally nothing. He has nothing to do with. Nothing to do with. He like, okay, we get it. You want to relate somehow, but nah. You, like he said, we are not the same. They are not the same. There's two different. It looks like somebody's more empathetic, and then the other one is just not really that empathetic. He doesn't really have a heart, bro. You throwing people under the bus like that, that's fucked
not
up.
the same. And it is quite gross and manipulative to try to present it as the same. Now, I understand where she is coming from by saying, oh, you know, like he's frustrated with throwing the event because he throws an event, gives a bunch of people
And get a
opportunities,
lot of hate.
which is not what QTCinderella is doing with the streaming awards. What QTCinderella is doing with the streaming awards is entertaining us for the most part. Like, you're not getting an opportunity. Because if you're a nobody, you're not on the streaming awards.
That's
Kai
facts.
Cenat is both entertaining us and giving opportunities to up-and-coming people, maybe people that fell off, etc. And with Kai Cenat, he was getting hate for just, it was ridiculous. He was trying to put people
Just
on.
for
So that's
putting
two
people
different
on.
sides of hate. But it's the organization of the event that is stressful, and they don't need to do it. That's the thing. Kai Cenat does not need to do Streamer University. QTCinderella doesn't
But he
need
did it.
to run these events, but really, she kind of got on by running some of these events. And it helped her at the time, too, because she got to be around big streamers that would be at her events, thus, you know, rising tide lifts all ships type of
Facts.
situation. So that's where I think there are differences in what's going on there.
Man, again, I feel like this is what comes with being a streamer or a popular, you know, streamer, YouTuber, whatever it is, bro. You're going to get either hate, you're going to get love from your fans, you're going to get brought into some situations that don't need to be, you don't need to be brought in. Your name's going to be here, it's going to be there. It's just like, you're the buzz. It's like everybody wants a piece of Kai, bro. Like, let's keep it a buck. Even the rappers and celebrities, they want a piece of Kai. They want that. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the new wave of making hella cash. They're making hella cash. They're making cash that's on par with what they are making. Streamers are making cash that is on par with what the celebrities are making. Celebrities used to be oh yeah, I'm the dripped out chains, all this. Yeah, streamers could do that too. You know what I'm saying? They could do that too. They got hella connection, hella sponsor deals, all of that. You feel me? So, you feel me? That's the end of the video, y'all. If y'all like the video, like, comment, subscribe, hit that post notification button if y'all want to stay updated on the next video. Let me know in the comment section down below what y'all think about this in particular. You feel me? And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.